Welcome back to a fresh new episode of Missin Curfew. Up, dog.
Big fella.
How we doing?
Crispy.
Crispy rice, spicy tuna.
Nice shirt, bud.
What do you think of this color? What color is this?
That's a good cover. I have no idea what that color is, but it's a good one.
It's olive, I think.
It's nice. It goes good with black. So I like, I like my shout
black.
out to Smitty. It's a nice, it's a good little logo.
I got to be honest with you. Like, I wanted this to look more like actual crispy rice.
Like where it's a little burnt.
Like, where this is,
a torch on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
But unfortunately, I guess we couldn't find the emoji that. I mean, I guess it gets the point across. A little salmon there for you.
Yeah,
nigiri.
It's a little nigiri. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not one of my faves, actually.
I love a good salmon nigiri.
Red snapper's my favorite.
You know where I went for some sushi last week was the cannery.
Oh.
Yeah.
Good. For the sushi or for the eye candy?
There wasn't much eye candy in there.
What day?
When did I do the fucking Canucks game with Murph?
Sunday.
No. Thursday.
Damn. It's usually,
No, I lied to you. Tuesday.
Yeah, see, Tuesday's a little quiet.
Yeah, wasn't much going on there.
Newport Beach on a Tuesday. It's not much.
Good nigiri though, man. I had the salmon nigiri. I had the albacore tuna. And I had the fucking yellowtail, bud.
Oh, they're right on the water. I hope so. It's not like you're ordering up in the mountains or something. Huh? Reel it in, boys.
Fuck, let's go.
That's nice.
Cannery is a good spot, though. Real good spot.
Yeah, it's a good spot. Yeah.
How you doing? You doing all right over there? You doing
fucking rough morning.
Yeah. Talk to our listeners. Tell them. Just let's our listeners just take a little insight into the day of Scotty Upshaw.
Yeah. This was a rough one this morning. Anyway, Beck's up at 6. He bring him in the bed with me. But, background here, Christina's been in Paris for 10 days with birthday party, right?
It's a fucking long birthday party, by the way.
Thank God there's, Susie, my mother-in-law, and Lily, our nanny, because they're lifesavers in moments of need like this. And anyway, this morning, got up, fed Beckham, made a coffee. Izzy gets up 40 minutes later, get her some food. I actually made her a nice egg and cheese burrito.
This is all by yourself, right?
Oh, yeah. While I make her the egg burrito, I put Beckham down, quick little nap. He's been up 2 hours now. Well, FaceTime my brother. Shout out to Brento. It's his 37th birthday today.
Happy birthday,
Brento.
I'm going to text him right now.
So listen, you text Brento. I'll continue with the story. Yeah. So we FaceTime Brento. So now like 20, 30 minutes goes by and I realize that I don't have a dog that's trying to eat my daughter's food, which usually is, what goes on when she sits at her little dinner table. Ruby's over there completely trying to, trick her into giving her food or whatever falls on the floor she eats. So I realize Ruby's not there. I go outside where she usually goes and does her business and I call out for her. She's not there. I go check rooms. I go to the garage. I go to the backyard. No one's, there's no Ruby. So now I panic. Now I tell Izzy, I said, Izzy, stay inside. Daddy's got to go find Ruby. She's on a little walk somewhere. And so I hit the scooter. I got one of those birds, right? And it's got enough juice in it to probably get me around the block a few times.
So she wasn't charging. She wasn't charged up.
It was a little slow. And so I get on this thing and I start humming down these rural streets and I'm just, Ruby. I'm starting a little bit of Ruby. Good tune. And so this goes on for 10, 15 minutes and there's no Ruby. And I see dog walkers, a lot of dog. I'm like, have you guys seen a little tiny Cavapoo? She's brown. They're like, no, does she have a collar? I'm like, she's got a collar. It doesn't say my name or, her name on it. It's just a collar. And so it's pointless other than fucking putting her on a leash, which she's not on a leash very much, which is this whole problem here. And so panic sets in and now I'm rushing home because, I don't want to go longer than 5 minutes on the scooter because Izzy's home and Beckham's sleeping.
And it might die on you.
So as I curl around this one corner and I go through this water, the ass end of her slips out and I do a barrel tumble into the middle of the road. And my neighbor, this lady, Jacqueline, I think is her name, it is. She watches me with like a complete halting stop. She's driving a white Yukon and she rolls down her window and asks if I'm okay. And I'm, I did the 3 barrels, like cartwheels, basically on the middle of the road. I got up and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm fine, but I'm missing my dog. Right. And I look and my hands all, hands cut up.
You look like you were throwing lefts there in the playoff hockey.
Yeah, my hands cut up. My fucking right heel is in one. I don't know what I did to that. My right wrist now is sore too. So as I'm going on here? I'm banged up.
So you're not going to be rolling one out anytime soon.
And so, listen, this goes on. I call animal shelter. It's now 9:45. They're not open. I go on Nextdoor app, which is some, I guess, creepy neighborhood app that people go on, maybe to have affairs or find their dogs. Or
Nextdoor?
It's called Nextdoor.
Oh.
And it's like puts you in the neighborhood or whatever. You find out who's like pedophiles, I guess.
Gotcha.
And, all this weird shit.
Yeah. So your kids
Not my forte, but someone said, if you lose your dog, go on there.
Yeah.
Post it. So I do that. I go home. Izzy's like, where's Ruby? I'm like, Ruby's just somewhere on a walk. She'll be back. She'll be back. And this goes on, and I call Lily and I say, Lily, I need your help. You need to come over here earlier because I lost Ruby and I don't know where she is, but I'm going to have to go start really looking for her. And so now one last thing, I'm like, well, Beckham's sleeping. You know, I've already looked in his room. I opened the door and I looked in there, dark, but I go in there, I open up his closet, and Ruby's in the closet.
Oh,
that little bitch. She was in this tiny little closet that I guess she walked into when I was in there, and I turned and I shut the door, and then I lay Beckham down and I leave, and she stays in this little tiny closet. And I mean,
thank God.
It was in my head. I'm like, this happened one time before with Riley, our old dog.
I love
and
Riley.
Where I just left her in Izzy's room, but it was the middle of the night and I fucking was going all over the streets in the dark. This was a little more hectic, but anyway,
buddy.
So
you want a blue light or something? Someone grab him a blue light here.
I could use probably Binger's pen.
Yeah. Binger, let's get baked here.
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad Ruby's all right because I know how much she means to you.
Yeah, she's a good dog. So
the story reminds me of Loops back in the day with his ex-girlfriend at the time, or girlfriend at the time, had this little dog. And fuck, you'd be there half the time, right? We're playing pool or drinking
Jingles?
or whatever.
Jingles? What was the name? It was like Jingles or something.
Callie, wasn't it?
Oh, that dog. Yeah. Oh, I thought the one before.
No, Mr. Mouse.
Mr. Mouse.
Yeah, no, Callie.
Callie.
And I remember the one time, like, his ex went out and she came back and was like, where's Callie? And the fucking door, his door on the side, it's open. The main door on the side, it's open just enough for that little fucker to get out. And we're thinking, like, this dog's gone, right? It's gone. We're looking for it. We go all over the fucking house looking for this. And I looked at Loops. I go,
a cat probably would eat it.
I go, this dog's at Loops. I hate to say it, but this fucking dog is gone, brother. Like, we are in one. We are fucked. Like, his ex is losing his fucking mind, and we're fucking drinking Blue Label, just trying to have a good time. And sure enough, same kind of thing, up in a fucking underwear drawer or something, and found the fucking thing.
He used to hide under his bed.
Yeah. But
it sucks, man.
The feeling of, my God, we lost this girl's
coyotes and shit around.
Yeah, no, it's a real thing, bro. That's why another thing about dogs, right? They shit all the time and then they get lost or they die on you. It's emotional roller coaster. It's emotional roller coaster.
The good times outweigh the bad.
Yeah, I think
and it's a lesson learned, You got to take care of something, keep it alive rather than
Fuck,
starting.
I had to buy fake plants because I couldn't keep my plants alive.
Rather than starting with a human, you get to start with a dog.
That's true.
Start with plants though. That's a good idea.
My plants at my old place, I'm going to blame the fact that there wasn't a whole lot of natural lighting, but they would fucking die on me. So I went fakies, like that one. Is that one fake?
That looks like it's real and it's just struggling.
That's probably not getting any sun. That one's real.
I think that's fake. That thing's been in here for months. It looks exactly like that.
No.
Unless it's a desert
I'll
thing.
tell you right now.
Is it a desert dog?
That's real because they don't need a lot of sun.
That's been in here since my first day. And that was like 2.5 years ago.
Take a bite out of her. Wow.
Maybe Sammy's been sneaking back here and watering it for us.
Someone's got to be watering that fucking thing. But up dog, I'm glad Ruby's okay. Christina, if you're listening, get the fuck back here, all right? The up dog needs some help. So Lake Tahoe, Uppy, first of all, buddy, fucking so many great laughs with you. It's been the first, we get to hang out here every week together, but that was like the first time I've got to hang out. I don't know if it was the weed pen or Vinny's sick house, but tons of laughs. Joe D, PJ, Stu Cat, John Pecora. It was great to have all the boys back. And then obviously spreading Shuppy's ashes. Like, I wasn't going to do it. I was like kind of just being sad and trying to remember Shuppy. And then PJ went and then you went. And right after you went, I was like, all right, I'll go do it. So that was the first time I've ever spread somebody ashes. I mean, I'm glad I did it, but it was emotional. Yeah. It was really emotional.
Yeah, no, I think it was a great turnout. It was something that we were able to celebrate and have closure to. he was one of the biggest legends, I know. And I know Loops not being able to be there because of a flight incident was pretty shitty. But when he did mention, like, puts it into perspective, you could be some of the coolest, strongest, like, most badass person to treat everyone with so much respect, and something can happen overnight that, changes the course of your entire life and how you affect people. And he left great, memories with, numerous friends that we have. And, it was nice to be there for him. So
yeah, well said. And thanks again to Vinny Smith for, letting all our friends stay at his house. And, at Emerald Bay in Lake Tahoe is beautiful. We pulled up in there. I've heard you talk about that before.
Yeah.
Shupper, we love you, buddy. You will be missed. I think I got to get to Lake Tahoe in the summertime though. Vinny, if you're listening, fella, I might need her for a weekend in July or August and get the boat out and fucking.
Yeah. A couple nice establishments in there too. Yeah.
That lake probably doesn't get too warm though, right? Because it's so big.
Yeah, it's so big. And I think this year, after the record amount of snow, I think the snow will be melting in it till August. So you got to picture just it's glacier, it's glacier water.
Yeah.
Our boy Casey Dury's from Tahoe.
Is he?
He is, yeah.
Wow.
Well, thanks for the TaylorMade bag.
Yeah, that bag was sick. That was a good binger, good picture.
Yeah,
binger
he's from Tahoe.
Yeah, it was a great weekend. Lots of laughs. So Shup Dog, boys, love you. Pitter reached out to me. He texted from my mom's phone because he doesn't have a phone, the old fucking beauty that he is. The Port Hope Panthers are in the conference finals, the junior C team in Port Hope. So he wanted me to give him a little bit of love. So go get it, boys. They play at the Jack Burger Sports Complex where I grew up, the old Port Hope Panthers. So go get them,
Jack
fellas.
Burger.
Go get them.
Nice. Good luck, boys.
Up Dog, we talk about fellow tours a lot. We have cut them back a little bit, but listen, Coyotes and Kings in September in Australia. Fuck, buddy. Have you ever been?
No, I haven't. No, you and Loops went over there.
I'm telling you, buddy.
I was in the playoff spot.
We got to go.
Where do you think they're playing? Bisman or?
Probably either Sydney or Melbourne.
Melbourne. What am I saying? Bisman? Is that a place?
Yeah, it's like
Brisbane.
They're
going to play in Sydney, right?
I would think Sydney for sure. That's where we went. Yeah.
Melbourne.
Are they playing in Melbourne?
Melbourne.
Yeah, I've never been there. That's supposed to be more fun. That's Western Australia.
Oh, nice.
So that's where the fucking kangaroos and shit are over there.
The jungle.
Yeah, people fight, drink, fuck.
That's where all the sport fanatics probably
That's where all the UFC guys grow up, I think, over there in Melbourne.
Is there a lot of good Aussie UFC guys?
Killers.
Really?
Yeah, Robert Whittaker.
More than like
I'm blanking, but there's
more
all
than
kinds.
like what nation has the strongest like fighters?
Well, you have
probably
to put
Khabib's.
Brazil, Dagestan, New Zealand, Australia.
Yeah, they got the All Blacks in New Zealand.
Fuck yeah, man.
Guys are crazy.
Then we can go down there, maybe ask Gabriel for his boat in New Zealand. If we go to Australia, then we buzz over New Zealand, take Gabriel's boat out for a spin.
Nice.
It's something, I mean, we might need to get it on the books.
Well, no, for sure. Fellow tour.
I think it'd be great. Just like, it's great for the NHL. Hockey's big in Australia. Like, I look at our weekly charts to see where we are, and Australia comes up. So they like hockey down there. Such a great country up here. The women are beautiful. You're a beer drinker. It's your fucking type of country. It's hard to go around. I remember me and Loops, the first time we went to Marquee there, they took our vodka bottle and locked it in a thing. And I was like, where are you going with that? Well, first of all, where are you going with that key?
Why they don't let you
and why are you locking it?
They don't want you chugging it.
Yeah, their liquor laws are really, really strict. Now, saying that, you can have a beer wherever you want. It's a lot like London up here, where we were just sitting on the side of the street at a pub having a beer. It's a lot of
beer and wine place.
Tons of beers.
Good Australian
beers.
Malbecs.
Yeah. Lots of IPAs. You would love it. It's your type. It's your type of place.
That's Argentinian.
Oh,
correct myself. Awesome.
Yeah.
Well, maybe fellow tour.
All
past media.
Yesterday we did our Larry Bettman playoff pool. What real quick? How you like your team, or we posted it? Prince, you posted it.
My team.
Listen, I don't know, man. My team. Fuck.
I'll tell you what. I'll tell you what's a little crazy about my team is I got 1, 2, 3, 4 New Jersey Devils, and I have 3 Toronto Maple Leafs, 2 Colorados.
Listen, if the New Jersey Devils do,
I need Colorado, or I need the Devils. If Colorado Devils go to the final, it's on. I clean up.
Yeah, you got Hughes, Hamilton, Heischer, and Mercer from the Devils. Nylander, Bunting, Riley, and you got Coyle from the Bruins.
Yeah, tough one. So
I had the first pick. I went McDavid with my first pick, Hyman with my second pick. Fuck. Point, and then I went heavy mini. I think mini's going to beat out Dallas. I went Kaprizov, Spurgeon, Zuccarello, and then I went Rangers, Kane, and Trocheck. And then for some reason I took Pietrangelo. I don't know why. I meant to take Theodore.
How does it work? Is it just like added up the points throughout the whole playoffs, and whoever has the most at the end wins?
Yeah, that's exactly it.
So you kind of want to get you're obviously picking guys that you think their teams are going to go far, right? Because once they're out, obviously you're done. So typically you want to get one or two teams and hope that they're going to go, right? But last year, our guy T-Bone, he got out such a start on us that we couldn't catch him. But didn't he have the lightning? I think that's probably why.
I think I had the lead for most of it, and he caught me by the end.
Did he?
Yeah, because I had McDavid, and then after they lost, I had one kid, Newhook. Didn't do it for me.
I like that kid. He plays hard, but he's not bringing you to the fucking promised land, is he? But he's got one more Stanley Cup ring than me. So Larry Bettman, there was controversy already, boys. It was awesome. Updog was fired up, but it'll be fun to see how it plays out. Uppy's World, party time. Excellent. What do we got going on besides losing the dog and you need your wife back to help you raise your kids?
No, it was a great weekend. I had my brother and his kids in Palm Desert before last week. As soon as we left the pod last week, I hit the highway. I had Izzy, Beckham. Christina was with me for a day before she left, but I got to spend a week with my brother and his girls, which was great. Shout out to my boy Jesse Vanderwerf from Edmonton, Alberta, a kid I went to high school with.
Nice.
I actually went to elementary school with him and randomly ran into him at a golf tournament a month ago. And anyway, find out that he's a very self-made guy from Fort Mac that ended up moving down to Palm Springs, lived at the Madison Club.
Right.
And so we used his house. So thank you for that, Jess. Played a little golf, played with our boy Chester.
Chazman.
And on the first tee, we pull up and there's 6 of us ready to tee off. And the Biebes wanted to play with us. So we played 18 with the Biebes, who had actually not a bad game.
Did you take some cash? Tell me you took some cash.
Everyone played him a game, but I didn't.
What?
I don't know why. I had so many fucking games on the go.
Now that's the one guy you got to get in those deep pockets.
I know. Well, speaking of deep pockets, he had on the Balenciaga shorts.
Yeah, I saw what he's wearing. He looked like a fucking clown, if you want to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, he was totally, but cool kid.
Is he?
Yeah, we talked Leafs, talked Lightning. I probably wanted to. I mean, I'm now on the Leafs, by the way. We'll get into that.
You are the Biebes.
I kind of, if he was like saying like, I just told him how cool it would be if they actually got out of the first round and just went on a run, and then what that would do to Canada. And then, if Edmonton could do the same, like what that would just be for hockey back in the motherland, mothership.
It would be massive. It would be, like you said to me yesterday or the other day, like imagine the Toronto Edmonton final.
It'd be epic.
Would it be epic for the game down here though? Like what would the ratings be on ESPN and TNT if those two teams were in the final? Probably.
I think it would be pretty good.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
because
time will tell.
I mean, would it be better to have like, the
New York,
Tampa Bay? Would it be better than having Tampa Bay? It'd be better than having Tampa Bay, right? In the final? Because like, fuck,
we're kind of sick of it.
And Tampa Bay is like small.
Yeah.
Toronto's fucking, pretty big with some superstars. And
that'd be a great final. Toronto, Edmonton.
What do you think the best final is for ratings from the teams in it right now?
Rangers, Kings.
You don't think Boston?
Maybe Boston. Right? I thought those are two as big as
there was a Rangers Kings final how long ago?
Right when we were playing. Probably 2000. The second one
there was a Kings Devils.
Yeah, there was. Both times they won it.
Do the Kings get better ratings than Edmonton though?
That's what I would ask.
In the States.
Would they?
Yeah. I'm just talking worldwide.
Yeah. There's not a big worldwide presence.
Canada, they're going to watch the Stanley Cup final if it's fucking me and Uppy playing in it. We're worried about getting the numbers up. So, NHL players someday could sign for $255 million like Jalen Hurts just signed for.
Interesting conversation though.
Yeah.
Because I would think you'd want to see two of the best players in the world in the final where, LA is just a hub where everyone knows who they are, but is there a lot of people from LA moving the needle? Like would people from coast to coast Canada watch LA where they would all watch McDavid?
I would think anybody in Canada is going to watch the Stanley Cup final.
That's true.
That's
what else they got to do.
Yeah, they're going to watch it. Yeah,
totally.
I'd rather have Toronto, Edmonton back home. That'd be unbelievable for back home. I don't know. I mean,
what about a guy from
anytime
Detroit?
you can have the
what
best,
about a guy from like Detroit or Chicago?
I think the thing that would move the needle for the Leafs is that Austin Matthews is on the Leafs, and he's arguably the best American-born player right now. So that's how TNT and ESPN could spin it down here. Hey, the Leafs are led by Austin Matthews from Arizona. Booyah.
He's a dog.
Yeah.
So
I don't think we're gonna have to worry about it though. And especially the way the fucking Oilers played last night. So we're going to get into that.
Yeah, totally. So it was a good week.
I used to see the Biebes. I was dating this girl from West Hollywood, and a few times there was this little juice shop we would go to. You know, walk down, grab a juice, and he'd be just sitting there with his like fucking hat on and his hoodie, and he's just like drinking a smoothie by himself.
It's just
probably just nice to get away.
Fuck, right? Man. Can you imagine being that? Like, fuck, he's probably 26, 27, and just, he's got 400 million fucking followers on his Instagram. Like, what?
Did you see Haley?
Yeah, I did.
How is she looking? Yeah.
Smoking.
I would have been like, hey, Haley, jump in the cart here. Let's
She was in his cart.
Oh, yeah, of course.
It's crazy, but I think I looked that up. Bieber. Fucking the guy has, Haley Bieber's got 50 million followers on her Instagram, and Bieber's got 286 million followers. Like, it's just, he's
a famous
everywhere he goes, he's fucking people in his shit.
Yeah.
That's why he likes like Madison Club and just chilling.
I get it.
It's like, fuck me.
Elite.
So he said he was going to go and check out Coachella maybe for a night. And
no Cella for me. I'm in the no Cella group.
Totally, but
no Cella
doesn't stop you from looking through your Instagram feed.
You know what? I don't know if I'm getting older. I'm not following the right people. I didn't see a whole lot of it. I heard one thing, that Frank Ocean's performance was shit. He came out for 5 songs. He was an hour late. Or is that a guy?
Really?
I don't know who that
Frank
is.
Frank Ocean, yeah. Not your forte.
No. I would like to go to the parties at Coachella, though. Those are always fun. That was the best part. They look fun. Yeah. So the Biebes, I can't believe we didn't take any money off them. Fuck. Next time if you play with them, get them. Get in those deep pockets.
It's nice playing with a guy that likes hockey.
Yeah. He does love hockey. He's good for the game. Welcome back to Missin Curfew. Up dog. DraftKings top titty fella. 88 entries. Brento, staple 20th.
I watched him do it. From the Coachella Firebirds.
Here. I don't see an upshot.
I know. I was playing with Biebes.
You're blaming the Biebes.
I am.
No fucking cell phone reception at Madison? I'm sure with all those rich fuckers there is.
I was doing tequila shots. I was pinned.
So it's your own fault.
It is.
Okay.
I was well on my way. And it was a dust storm out there. It was a fucking full on.
Was it a dust storm?
Yeah. No, and I mean, it was bad. Like the fucking tents were blowing over. Not like that. That sounded pretty funny.
Listen, you're
when I say dust storm, I mean it was like Burning Man out there. Like fucking eyes were in one. By the back nine, it was like shitty. It was actually, most days you're like, man, the desert's so perfect. This was not perfect. She was fucking.
I hate when a dust storm. I hate when I get
swirling. But
I hate when I get caught in a dust storm. But 88 entries, we didn't sell her out. Santeria 87, 212 points. Konecki, Point, Broussard, who's starting for Vegas, and we're going to dive in right now to playoffs. Orloff, who I fucking wanted in our playoff pool, but Loops grabbed him. Thursday night, continues up dog, playoff top titty. Gets a little harder, right? Or is it, what do you think? Gets a little harder?
In the playoffs? Yeah, I think it does.
Yeah.
But we're going to keep it going for the playoffs, right?
Let's get her sold out. If we don't sell her out, we can't get more money. So let's try to keep selling her out. If you guys want to play for more cash down the stretch, we need 100 entries.
Yeah. We do, right? Yeah.
And we can count on Brento being there.
Damn
we can count on Brento. So
I'll get in there.
Top titty, DraftKings promo code Curfew Kings. Up dog. Playoff preview presented by our good friends at Lifeforce. Promo code Curfew. I finally got my blood work done, buddy. Fucking comes in, knocks on my door, open the door, sit down, open my Lifeforce box, grabs it out, take my thing, bang, bang, boom. How you doing? Close it up, sign it off, out the door.
Right?
National League.
Old guy, John? What's his name?
I can't remember. I was just probably about to rub one out when he called me. I forgot I had the 9:30. I'm like, fuck. My phone rings in my living room. I'm like, fucking who's calling me?
You're like, who doesn't understand? I'm not a fucking
I told the boys at the gate,
the morning.
I said, boys, listen, if there's a DoorDash, you fucking let him in. Don't call me. Just put that on the permanent fucking, that's permanent guest. So I'm like, I didn't order any breakfast. Usually Amazon, they don't ring the doorbell or don't call. What's going on? Hello? Hey, we got, Joe Blow from Lifeforce here. I'm like, oh yeah, let him in. So I don't remember his name, but I remember how fucking crispy rice it was.
Polite, came in, guy. Super good guy, clean.
Good looking, like
Wasn't
clean
stinky.
guy. No, great guy. Had my Lifeforce box that they sent me. Opened it up.
Yeah.
Took 4 of the labs. Is this you? Easy peasy. They'll call you in 7 to 10 days with your results.
Told you. It's one of the easiest things to do at home.
Yeah.
It's a very white glove service that brings like high-end care right to your house.
Yeah, and I would say to guys, and this is probably for guys up in the Northeast or back home in Canada, like it's been a long winter, right? Sun's coming out. You know, I've lost some weight recently, you know, with Ozempic. I feel better. But basically what I'm saying is get this Lifeforce, get your blood work done, get on some good shot. Spring's around the corner. I mean, get started. And Lifeforce made it easy.
Yeah,
right? I
buddy.
can't wait to see the results, see what's going on.
Yeah, well done, bud.
Break out the Speedo.
Yeah.
Okay? Break out the Speedo. Lifeforce, baby. Uppy, Edmonton, LA, game 1 last night. Go ahead.
Oh, high flying. Great start. Energy was buzzing. Connor McDavid was on a mission, the first period. I thought he played great. Leon Draisaitl is a beast. Again, those two guys, good luck. Good luck stopping these guys. But again, Edmonton Oilers are a team that will have to score 5 to 6 goals a night if they want to feel like they're at an advantage in this playoffs. They need to limit chances against, but they don't, so you better score. Now, you better not run into a cold streak because playoff time is too short. Things are too important. What I saw down the stretch, Obes, I would have liked a little more jam, a little more like, you know, call it what it is. In the playoffs, you got to suck it up for your team, whether you're taking hits, you're not retaliating, you're being an aggressive player, but walking the fine line. Oilers needed a little bit of help. 2 bad penalties late. Call it what it is. On your big boy there in OT, I still think it's a penalty. He uncontrollably twirls his stick at him and trips the guy.
Yeah, the big boy.
But the PK needs to be better. They're on my milk carton.
Yeah.
Because find a way to kill those off. Fucking find a way. Put the right guys out there. I don't know. You have something to say about this McDavid thing, but I don't think McDavid should be on the PK.
Yeah.
Late in the game.
To me, it's just like, I get why he puts McDavid out for the possibility of shorthanded goals. And I think, you know, they had, 15 shorthanded goals or something like that. I don't know if you can look that up real quick.
We don't need a shorthanded goal there, but I
don't know if I want McDavid killing penalties from the pack that I don't want him to get hit with a fucking puck either.
That's number 1.
Yeah. Like, I don't know if I want him to get hit with a puck.
But we don't need a shorthanded goal right now, right? We don't need to put the other team into like, oh my God, just be prepared. They might go score one. You need guys that I just think are going to like win the battles and lay down to block the right shot. And, you know, that's to me on the PK. Now, 5-on-5 face off in your own zone. I'm down to put the best player you have on the ice. PK, you need to have those guys that's their sole job. I
agree. And when you look at this, when I was watching this game through the second period, I was about to text you, Uppy, fucking Oilers in 5. This baby's, you know.
I thought it was done.
Gavrikov, what a fucking pickup. The play when it was 2-0 and McDavid and Draisaitl had a fucking 2-on-1 and McDavid tried to sauce it back to Draisaitl. Gavrikov slid, knocked the puck off, then went down, scored to make it 2-1. Then the Oilers make it 3-1, and then everything you just said. I will say this. The Kings penalty kill is an issue. If they can continue to kill penalties the way they did against McDavid and that power play, this series is on ups. We got problems. And for Jay Rudcroft, how the fuck do you not have Draisaitl on the ice in the last fucking minute of the game? He puts out McDavid and I don't know who the other guy was. You got to have Draisaitl. If you want McDavid, you have Draisaitl and McDavid. Draisaitl has to be out there.
Yeah.
He's your best all-around fucking forward. He's your best face-off guy. He's the best on his backhand. He's your strongest forward. He's the best down low. And he's not on the fucking ice. And he had a chance for a hat trick. Why the fuck is he not out there, Jay? Like, are you kidding me? I'm watching this. To me, it's unbelievable. And the penalty on the big boy, you're right, Darren, but the penalty on Bouchard.
Can't take that penalty.
He played great offensively.
Yeah,
he has one of the best shots I've ever seen. He's great on the power play. He gives up, as a defenseman uppy, you're told, don't let the guy get to the inside. He lets Moore get to the inside. He's in trouble, cross-checks him in the face. I've done it a million times, cross-check the guy. You got to be careful playing this guy down the stretch to me in the last 10 minutes. To me.
Yeah, I know.
And I know they don't have anyone else really.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, find a way to tighten up in these tight games. You're going to find your way in tight games. How do you play the Colorado Avalanche and shut them down? You got to shut them down. You're not able to just go head to head with these guys. You find a way to win these tight games.
Totally. And I got to say, Kempe, he fucks. I mean, wow.
Got a great shot.
Unbelievable.
He's got a great shot, and you can tell he's got fuck you in him. He cares.
Yeah. And I can't even believe I'm going to say this because McDavid is so good. He's got to play harder than that. And I think if you asked him today, he would admit it. Like, sometimes you got to go to the net without the puck. You know, that's crazy for me to sit here and say, but when I watched it, I thought that, you know, Loops texted us after and said the same thing. I was thinking it. And I guarantee you Connor McDavid will be the best player on the ice in game 2. I just think that it's on. I mean, the series is on. And to me, Yamamoto, I just like, is there anyone else we can put on that line? Is there anyone else? Is there anyone but him to play?
I don't know.
With Draisaitl and Kane? I don't know either. But it's going to be a great series. Kudos to the Kings. The atmosphere was unbelievable.
What's wrong with Fiala? Do we know?
No, we don't.
Because he's a weapon. And if he comes back too, it's like...
I know.
It is a series.
It's on now.
And we knew it was. I mean, after the deadline, everyone called LA Kings maybe winning the West. Well, and now they're, they're right there.
You got them in 5. You took Oilers in 5. I took Oilers in 6. I didn't think it would have the same feel as it did last year, and that game did. And what's the guy's name that plays the second line center, the French kid?
That's what I was,
Philip Deneau. Listen,
that's probably why Connor was the way he was.
I would say Jay Woodcroft, you get the last change. I know he's the best player to maybe ever play the fucking game, but get him away from Philip Deneau. Away. I'd rather have Draisaitl against Deneau and McDavid against Kopitar, in my opinion.
Yeah.
And I guess the question to you is, Uppy, when do we see McDavid and Draisaitl together? Because last year in game 6, Jay Woodcroft finally did it. They won game 6 and 7. I don't know. Do you put those two guys back together and say, then you put Nugent Hopkins as a second line center? And you throw Yamamoto.
I feel like that's their wheelhouse, right? So it's probably not going to start like that next game, or maybe it does, and maybe it fizzles off. But you're going to see it next game if it's tight. Come third period next game, if it's a tie game or they're down, it's the McDavid Draisaitl show, and that's great for hockey.
And then I would say, Bjugstad, invisible. I thought Kostin played well. I thought Janmark played a great game. I think Derek Ryan tries as hard as he can. He's just so little.
He's little, but he gets the puck to the net, and he's efficient.
I'm going to say I need more from Warren Fogle. Like, I know he's trying hard. He's trying really hard, and I like his game, but I need more from him. I need more, I don't know, energy, hits or something. Like, come on, fella.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Where are these guys down?
I need you.
Who's the guy that's just going kamikaze for him?
Vander Kane's playing hard. Kane's the guy. Vander Kane, Draisaitl played the hardest and was their best player. Then Vander Kane, I thought, was their most physical player. And then I need more physicality from Darnell Nurse. CC even. I thought Kulak and Darnay played a nice game. I thought Ekholm was good. I thought Bouchard was great offensively. I still don't trust him defensively. And Skinner, I'm not blaming him, but to me, he looked like a rookie. It wasn't his fault they lost, but it wasn't his fault they won either. To me, I don't know. I'm worried. I'm worried for my minus 240 that I took 2 others. I'm going to hammer him in game 2, though. Hammer him. Am I wrong about Yamamoto, though? Am I wrong? Am I too hard on him? Am I like, Bob Hartley on Shane O'Brien on this guy? Like, am I too hard on him, or is it just...
He's definitely not your style of player.
Like, he's trying hard. I know it.
Is he, though?
I don't know.
But I hear, from people saying he's got to play with Kane and Draisaitl, and they don't want to pass him the puck. And then, so how would your body language look out there? And
I see what you're saying.
You know what I mean? But I wouldn't pass him the puck either. He's not my style of player.
He had one chance in front of the net where it spit out to him, and he fucking fucked it. And I was like, Yamamoto.
I know.
If you're playing with Draisaitl, you need to bear your opportunities that you get.
Yeah.
But I look at their line. Who do you move up there? Janmark up there?
Yeah. Why not?
I think if you take Yamamoto off the second line, you take him right out of your lineup. And then you bring in Devon Shore. Bump up Janmark. Maybe move Fogle up with Bjugstad and Kostin and go McLeod, Ryan, Devon Shore. I think Devon Shore should be playing.
Yeah, McLeod's good.
I like McLeod. Yeah. I don't love Derek Ryan. I know he's trying up. He's just so tiny out there.
He's tiny, but he actually wins his battles. He ends up with the puck on a stick more than he loses it, I think. But he is tiny.
He's trying. He's tiny.
I want them to get their shit together.
Yeah. Come on, Oil. It was great. The atmosphere was great all game there in the third period. And then after they scored the OT winner, you could hear a pin drop in that place. So it's on. It's going to be a good series. I still like the Oilers, but time for some urgency already. Great hockey game last night. Dallas, Minnesota. First of all, the Dumba hit on Pavelski. What are your thoughts on that?
I think dirty.
I know where you're going. You
thought it was dirty.
You did?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I did.
Wow.
A, I don't like Dumba.
Okay.
And B, I just thought, if that hits dirty in the middle of the ice, it's dirty in the corner too.
Wow, I did not think you were going to say this. I thought, if anything, it might have been a cunt late.
And he drove up. And he hits him from his blind side.
I can drive up and through you as long as I don't hit you in the head. If I hit you shoulder to shoulder, I can use all my momentum I want. I mean, the stick gets Pavelski, his own stick. That's what knocks him out. And then he hits his head on the ice. And listen, you never want to see Pavelski get hurt, but I got no problem with that hit. I don't even think it should have been a penalty.
I don't think it was a penalty, right?
They gave him, just 2 for roughing?
Or something.
Yeah.
I think it's Pavelski's backhand, so that's his blind side, right? Like if you're coming down the ice and you make a pass and someone hits you on your backhand side, that's your blind side. I think that was the hit they're trying to take out of the game. It sucks that he's hurt. I know Joe and I know what he's been through. So seeing that happen and realizing that like a guy at that age in those moments getting hurt like that, it's not good for business. So I hope he's all right, but I don't think the hit needed to happen.
Wow. Okay. I didn't think this is great. I didn't think
that the hit needed to happen. Like it was kind of a no play, and he's hunting a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't mind hunting, but
no, you're a hunter.
I'm not saying I would have never been in that spot to make that hit. I've never ever in a hockey game been in that sort of position to make that hit. So I don't know. And I've been in a lot of other spots that are 50-50 and I'm making the hit and I'm fucking going to live by it.
Yeah.
Like I was never a D-man skating backwards going into the corner to hit a guy that was putting the puck like behind the net.
It was Dumba's lucky he didn't hurt himself. He after he hit the Pavelski, the way he went in the boards was. But to me, if I took Minnesota in this series, and the fact is, I think they're a tougher team than Dallas, and I think they showed that last night that they're gonna we're gonna get to Foligno here in a little bit.
Yeah,
they imposed their will on him.
Yeah, Jamie Benn's not able to do what he can do in a series because of the Revos, because of the Folignos, because of the Hartmans. Like they're all there, kind of with the same sort of MO.
Yeah. So if I'm Dumba, I'm finishing that fucking check every time I'm Pavelski.
Yeah, I mean that's a big loss.
Huge. Now that affects their power play, it affects your leadership group. You never want to see anyone get hurt, but I think it's going to be a great series up, dog. I can't wait to see it unfold. Islanders, Hurricanes, do you want to talk about it? Or this one's not good for escrow or good for...
No, it was tough, but I took the Hurricanes. I'm probably going to take them every game.
Yeah.
I think they're a great team. I think I'd love to see Freddie play. Freddie Anderson, our boy. I don't think
we're going to.
But I like the way this team handles the way they start. The way they finish. I like their power play, what they did last night. I thought they controlled most of the game. It was a late push by the Isle, by the way. It was
late the
last
push.
minute was a little like...
That look that Brock Nelson got with the empty net was fucking a heavy one-timer.
Yeah.
Heavy.
From the middle of the slot. There was one from the middle of the slot that was... I'm like, this is coming down Broadway.
What did you think of Barzal's game? I thought he got better as the game went on.
I thought he made some great plays in the last little bit of the game.
Yeah.
To put his team at a great spot to tie the match.
He was huffing and puffing like me in the first period. You see him in the first period? He was...
That's 4 or 5 days off in the city, I bet.
Yeah, I know, but he hasn't played in 2 months. But I thought as the game went on, he got better and better.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pile on Borhovat because I already have. But if anyone's seen him, tell him that there's a game tomorrow night in Carolina. Sorokin, I think the Islanders proved that they're in this series, right? Hurricanes got 2 power play goals. You're right. The second half of the game, Uppy, I thought the Islanders were a better squad.
But the first half, you've seen why the Hurricanes have been a team. They've all been together for a while. They know this is just as good of an opportunity as any to come out of the East. And they just look like if they get goaltending and they have this power play working like they can, it could be good things.
Yeah. Bruins, Florida last night. I thought if they were going to get one that maybe with no Bergeron and everyone's sick and
got the shits.
I'll tell you what. Lyon, he played unbelievable. He's maybe the best goalie I've ever seen post to post. I mean, some of those saves he made post to post, but you can't. We had this goalie in Tampa, Holmstrom, great Swedish kid. he'd make these saves up that were fucking side to side. And then we'd be up one in the third or down one in the third. Ball. And one would go right through here. And you're like demolished.
Those killer. Those are playoff killers.
So the second one he let in, or was it the third one?
Anyways, it was Marchand second. Tough goal.
Come on.
But you're right. He saved 3 or 4 others that were post to post.
Unbelievable.
They were great saves. And I didn't even heard of this guy.
I know.
So Spencer Knight's in the program.
Yeah, in the program. This kid played last year, went on a run in the Calder Cup with Chicago Wolves. He came in. Bobrovsky got sick the last 2.5 weeks of the season. This kid came in and kicked. He played unbelievable. So Paul Maurice decided to go with him. I think you got to go back to Bobrovsky next game. I'm not saying that's the reason Lion lost, but you got to go back to the veteran guy that's making 10 bananas, that's healthy, that's rested. I mean, you got to give him game 2, Bobrovsky, I think. And then maybe if you lose that one, you go back to Lion. But he played good.
Paul Maurice is a good coach. So this is a great, interesting take on that. I agree. But I don't know. Like, it's all, how do the players play in front of your goalie? Maybe that's the secret Paul Maurice knows is like, my players play harder in front of Lion. But there were some last night that maybe could have played harder.
Yeah, we're going to get into that too. Does Florida win a game?
Oh, that's a good fuck. I don't know. They should keep it close, right? I mean,
I thought Matty played great, but you made a great point. Florida looks slow. I think and maybe that's credit to Boston for slowing them down. I mean, the third period, Boston clogged it up through the middle of the fucking ice, and it was,
they're a good team. They exit their own zone better than, most soccer teams. Like when they kick the ball around and ding, ding. It's like their passes, they just, as a D-man, the little dinks and the reliefs out the backside, they do that crispy rice.
They didn't even have Bergeron, bro. They didn't have Bergeron. Nice to see Nick Foligno back. Taylor Hall played a nice match. Trent Friedrich. If you don't love this guy.
Yeah.
And listen, the one kid, I'm going to look him up here. I wanted to say this actually. Florida Panthers. Smith, 54 for the Panthers. I love this kid. He came back up from the minors. He fights. You cannot do what he did going after Trent Friedrich and giving the Boston Bruins a power play that they scored on. And I learned this the hard way. You got to know when to be physical in the playoffs, but can't take a stupid penalty. He took that penalty. Boom, Boston made it 1-0. Before that, Florida was probably the better team. He goes after Trent Friedrich because of what he did, takes a stupid penalty, draws and scores. Bump.
Yeah, Friedrich's the young
love him.
Marchand.
St. Louis, great kid.
Yeah.
I'd like to have a beer with that beaut. I might have to go to the Lou and get drunk with him and Walt, and Matty, and Brady.
If they sweep the first round, maybe we'll have them on.
There was some video of Brady Pinn getting on a Sprinter van or something.
Saw that.
I don't know what he said. That kid's a fucking beer. Vegas Golden Knights, Winnipeg Jets, up dog. I'll start it off. I don't think this series is going to be as easy as people think for the Vegas Golden Knights. I took Vegas in 7 strictly because of home ice advantage. I'm worried about their power play. I'm worried about their goaltending. Brossoit, against Hellebuyck. I don't know. I think this is going to go 7. I like Vegas in game 1, but what are your thoughts on this one? I can't wait to see the fans in Winnipeg either.
Yeah, and that's where I think this series has an edge is home ice, like you just said. The Winnipeg barn is tough to play in. We've been to games, playoff games at T-Mobile in Vegas. It is an electric atmosphere. We've also seen how the power play has been over the last 3 years for the Vegas Golden Knights, and it hasn't seemed to get better. Although the NHL, whether they investigate this or not, having Mark Stone back in the lineup, will he be a key factor? Will he be able to skate, move his back? Let's
get those boots moving, Stoney.
Totally.
Get those boots moving.
It's a big addition though. And just so randomly happens that it's for game 1 of the playoffs.
Well, he had back surgery.
He did have back. So
are you saying they're doing the old coup?
So they say.
Fuck, he was at the Spinner Rhino in the back room just relaxing for the last.
So he had back surgery.
That's what they're saying, Ups.
A little procedure on the back ski.
Yeah.
He probably had like a little shot in there. Right?
Yeah, we'll see how he. No, it's a huge pickup to what you say, but we'll see how if he can keep.
How many games did he play this year? I wonder. Mark Stone, did he play 25 games? Mark Stone played 43 games, 38 points.
So half the year.
He played, his last game was January 12th. So he's been off for 3 months.
Yeah.
don't know what back surgery you do to get 3 months. Like usually back surgery is pretty extensive, right?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know exactly the procedure he had, but I would say this, like, he's never been a good skater, so he's just going to come out there and like
good stick.
Yeah. I think he can jump back in and not really.
He can play the front of the net in the power play. Yeah. So
like to me, like Barzal coming back, he plays way higher pace. I think Stone will just come out there and do his thing, but I think it's going to be a great series. You got Vegas in 7. We both got Vegas in 7. Loops took Vegas in 4, so he might know something we don't know. All right, I've been waiting for this one. Avalanche Kraken. All right, up dog Kraken in 6. Tell me why. I mean,
boys are feeling it. The boys are feeling it. Listen, I'm headed up to Seattle. Uppy's World. I'm going for game 1 in Seattle. Saturday night, first ever home game in Seattle. The barn's going to be buzzing. Shout out to KT, Kevin Turner, played with him at the Bell Air Member Guest. He gave me 2 glass seats. I'm going with our boy Ian Ritchie, big golfer boy. He's a beauty.
You really use these connections you meet over there. House at Madison, glass seats.
Oh, that's my boy.
Yeah.
I knew so yeah, Kevin Turner, who plays his golf at Whisper Rock. So there's our guy that was taking us out to Whisper. Yeah. He mentioned, he's like, listen, I have these glass seats and I haven't been to a game. So anyway, I hit him up saying, are you going to be there? Let's have a beer.
Let's have a blue light.
Let's have a blue light.
Let's have a beer.
It's going to be a great atmosphere. And I can't wait. And listen, this is every year there's one team that just comes out and fucking does something that you don't expect. And for me, it's either the New Jersey Devils, because you don't expect them to beat the Rangers, but I do. And it's the Seattle Kraken. Now, are they going to beat the Colorado Avalanche, defending Cup champs? Never know. But if they can get a half decent goaltending, they keep up with them speed wise. It's an offensive fucking juggernaut. We'll see what happens.
If I lose 50 pounds, get some better hair, fix my fucking teeth, I'll be a movie star too. Fuck, all right? I'll start modeling. Listen, bud, you're gonna see an atmosphere all right in there. They're gonna be down 2-0 coming back home. So that place better be jumping.
Yeah.
Grubauer, listen, he played for the Avalanche. You don't think Nathan McKinnon, Rantanen know where this guy's weaknesses are? They're everywhere. He had a save percentage of 8 fucking something.
That's
he
right.
stinks.
He can let in 6, but Seattle can score.
They got
Alexia to start fucking throwing some knuckles.
Yeah, we bring in Big McDermott then if you want to do that. We'll bring in Big McDermott.
He's not going to make the lineup though.
Well, we will if the big boy starts fucking around. We'll dress him.
Car in lineup for game 1.
Game time decision. Him and Manson are game time decisions.
They're going to need both those guys.
Fucking right.
Because Seattle can score. Little Matty Berniers will be buzzing around. My boy Schwartzy, 21 goals this year.
Is Schwartzy playing?
Yeah, he's fucking playing.
Wow,
I wear a Schwartzy jersey to the game.
I didn't know if he was playing. Don't get a Fanatics one. Hey, fuck.
No, I'm
Max and Binger say they're junk. Hey,
I'm wearing a Schwartzy jersey.
I would say this. I think depth scoring may favor the Kraken, but they don't have like, who do you want? Jared McCann or Nathan McKinnon?
Totally.
Right? Rantanen or
Beniers
or Eberle. Yeah, come on. McCarr or Vince Dunn?
I like Dunner.
Better than McCarr?
No, but
listen. I love the fact that you've embraced Seattle. I know how much Schwartzy means to you. I love that you're going up there to get into it, and maybe you wear your Missin Curfew jersey because they're the same colors. But up dog, this series is over in 5, brother.
5. What did I said? Seattle in 6.
Seattle in 6.
Fuck,
if Seattle wins in 6 games, what will I do for you?
Pebble Beach. Trip to Pebble.
Pebble Beach. I'm not going to say something stupid here, but I cannot see it. I do love your passion for the Kraken, though. Represent Missin Curfew up there.
Totally. Our boy Johnny Forsland be calling a good game with Eddie O.
Listen, let me say this. I love everything about Seattle. I love Johnny Forsland. I love Eddie O. They do a great broadcast.
Like the rain, though.
I played in Vancouver. I'm used to it, but I think it's a great story. They're in the playoffs. I think Ron Francis deserves a big pound on the back, like we said last week, but fairy tale stories come to an end, buddy. They're coming to a fucking
first ever. Think of the run. Think of the run that they can go on.
It ain't going anywhere.
It can just be epic.
It ain't going anywhere.
Hey, it feels like a Canadian run too. They're so close to the border.
Schwartzy's going to be texting you next, whatever.
Where are we golfing?
For Billy Quinn's house in Colorado. They ain't fucking going anywhere.
I don't know. We'll see it.
Leafs Lightning. Let me start this one off here. So I did not bet this series. I do not. I'm torn because of it. I did pick the Lightning in 6 when we did our previews because I felt like I had to. I deserved it to our faithful listeners, in my opinion. I didn't bet it, though. If the Leafs are going to do it, this is their year. However, this team is Tampa is something special. We know that. This is the time of year they get fired up for. Perry and the Big Rig are going to be doing their thing. Vasilevsky. How good can Ryan O'Reilly be? I think is going to be the difference if you want my opinion, really.
Yeah. How good can Samsonov be?
Another great point.
How deep can the Toronto Maple Leafs defense be, and how can they, in tough games, can they shut down? I think they have the same problems Edmonton has, really. Bunting. Can he stay out of the box, and can he be effective? Can he drive Perry nuts? Can he drive fucking Kucherov nuts? Can Austin Matthews fucking lay some guys out? Can Marner get in the corners and win all his battles and be a force on PK and PP? Morgan Riley, time to step it up, baby. I got you in my pool.
All right, here we go. Here's our lineup. Ready? Bunting, Matthews, Marner, Tavares, O'Reilly, Nylander, Kerfoot, Achari, Yarncrook, Reese, Camp, Lafferty, the guy they got from Chicago. Now here's their D. This is interesting. I was looking forward to this. Jake McCabe and TJ Brody as their top pair. Giordano and Hall, Morgan Riley and Shen. To me, how Liljegren's not in the lineup is fucking insane to me. Get that Justin Hall out of there. You don't need Hall and Shen in the lineup. How many guys that can't stick handle do you need in the lineup? Because there's two that play the right D that can't stick handle.
Just make a good first pass.
Get fucking Hall the fuck out of that lineup. Get him out of there. What is Keith thinking? This guy must have pictures of him or something. Because you don't need Hall and Shen in the lineup. You just don't. I like Riley and Shen together. McCabe and Brody, we'll see how that. And I think it would be Giordano and Liljegren to me, but
it'll be a great game. Are we going to watch it or?
Fuck yeah, we're going to watch it. We're going to watch all these fucking games.
I mean, together. Let's watch it.
And look at this. I mean, the lightning back end. Hedman, obviously Sergachev, I don't know, the Perbix and the Radish, Cole and Chernik.
It's not perfect.
Fuck. Stamkos, Point, Kucherov, Hagel, Sorelli, Killhorn, Paul, Colton, and then the old boys on the fourth line.
It's going to be a great series.
Here we go.
And I like your fact that you have loyalties to both sides.
I love John Cooper, man.
Yeah, but you also, I
love the fact daddy
guy. Totally. So I like that it hovers. You are
I'm torn.
NATO guy, maybe.
I'm corrupt. Switzerland.
Listen, it's going to be a great series. I favor the Leafs. I think it's time, and we will see.
If they don't fucking beat Tampa in this first round,
they should just
get the team out of there.
Yeah.
Blow up the Scotiabank Center. Actually, the Raptors are still get them out of there.
Just do an expansion team somewhere.
Just get out of here.
Call it like to move them to Hamilton.
I mean, if you're Kyle Dubas and Sheldon Keefe and you don't win this series, you shouldn't have to be fired. You should just step down. We're out of here.
I agree.
We are. See you later. We gave everything we could.
I love that we're just getting this out there right now before the series starts.
Yeah.
But that's what should.
Yeah, if you lose this one, it's
in
over.
any fashion. If you lose the first round,
see you later.
Turn your dick in.
I heard Kyle Dubas. I heard if that does happen, that like Pittsburgh's a team that would want him. I heard that owners and presidents love this guy because of his analytics. That's what I'm hearing up.
I think analytics is a crap.
Yeah, me too.
It is.
I look at the eye test and his team is soft. So we will see. You don't need Justin Hall and Luke Shen in the lineup. Come on.
Yeah, plus the Toronto Maple Leafs. How hard is it to sign a free agent there?
Well, it's hard. It's hard when
hard now, but no kidding. You signed a bunch of the best players in the world. Big deal. It's easy to do that there.
Fact Daddy, I think he is the factor in the series. The Fact Daddy is the factor in the series.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a good one. Good luck, Coop. Love you, buddy. Devils, Rangers. We know when you're on the Devils. You got Devils in 7. I got Rangers in 7. Really looking for this one. Battle of the Hudson. Experience ups.
Buddy, my boy Jack Hughes, first overall pick.
The first time you went to a club in Hollywood to the last time you went to the club in Hollywood, you were a better upshaw.
Yeah.
Because of the experience you got at Hyde and
right.
Nightingale and the after parties. You knew how to get up the Hollywood Hills. Your first time, you're like, do we go left here or right here? I love it. You go fucking right. We've been here before. Listen, I think Showtime. I think he fucking turns the clocks back. Shesterkin's kicking. I got Troche. I like the Rangers fella. I just think experience. I don't know. I know you're on the Devils, but I just think
Devils are fast. Lindsey Ruff. He's got
Lindsey Ruff.
Lindy Ruff was, buddy, he's got these guys playing the best hockey they've played. They're, other than the Oilers, I think they're one of the best teams down the stretch. These guys are on a mission. Frosty's got their wheels just absolutely tuned up the right way. The tape is nice and crispy.
Listen,
these guys are feeling it. They got young, fast. I don't give a fuck. They're going to go into New York and pound all their broads. How's that?
You're going to come across the huts.
They're going in and they're going to steal the thunder. They're coming in. They're taking all their chicks. This is the way this is going to go down. The Battle of the Hudson is going to end up being the New Jersey Devils, baby.
Tartar, Heischer, Mercer.
Love it.
You got 2 guys on the first line there. Palat, who's the guy that you fucking love. Hughes, Bratt, Timo Meyer, the third line. Holy fuck, maybe these guys are good. Eric Holla, some guy I don't know. And then their fourth line. This, to me, their fourth line of Miles Wood, McLeod, and Baston, to me, is going to be a big, big, big part of their success in this series. Can they grind and go? And then, to me, on the Rangers side, up dog, Kreider, Zibanejad, Kane, Panarin, Trocheck, Tarasenko, the kid line, Goodrow, Mott, and VC. Like, that top 9 there is not bad. Our top 6 is not bad. So it's going to be a great series. This is great
series.
I think
this is sized up to be one of the best, I think.
The best. Up dog, that covers all the playoff series, buddy. Best time of year.
Hell yeah.
I know you were excited last night to watch some games. So was I. Wednesday. Let's watch some games together.
I managed to watch those games last night, by the way, while cooking dinner. Cooked Izzy and I steak and had Beckham fucking doing this. And by the way, Beckham sits up now. I put him in front of the games. He just stares.
Does he like it?
Loves hockey.
How can I? He's back.
Guy's guy.
Get the guy blue light. Our next segment brought to you by our new friends here at Missin Curfew. TaylorMade. What a pick by Binger with the bag as we were using as a Stanley Cup. It's our segment called Tea Times, presented by TaylorMade Golf. Up dog, there's some guys today that are, I hope, a little hungover.
And they're teeing it up.
Right? They went, spend all the fun money. Maybe went to Cabo, Vegas, wherever going to go. But now they're looking for a tea time. Now they're looking for, listen, let's go home. Let's get playing. Let's get our Friday game going.
Let's get some new sticks. Let's get some new wrenches.
Let's get some TaylorMade stuff. Throw me some nuggets. Mm-hmm. All right. But listen, let's start the Eastern Conference. Is there a team there that, maybe jumps out to you that had a good year that just missed out, or the other way around? When you see those teams from the East that aren't in, what? Well, I'm going to talk about Pittsburgh on the Milk Carton, so let's stay away from them. But is there anyone else that jumps out at you there?
You know what? I love what Ottawa did this year. I love the moves they made at the deadline. We obviously, Tkachuk being a kid that goes out, fights his way through fucking just the way he plays, Obes. Like he's a leader. He's going to be great for that team. I love Stützle. I think their team's going to be Batherson. They got a good squad. Buffalo Sabres missed by 1 point. I would have loved to see them get in. It would have been an offensive juggernaut of a team to get in. They needed to play a little D down the stretch. They couldn't figure that out. And then just one more is the Detroit Red Wings. My boy Fabs came back healthy, played great for them. They kept their captain. I think they've got the goaltending in Husso. Stevie Wise, his process, I think he's been there 4 or 5 years now. It's coming. They're close. Yeah. So they made right steps. And the one that just the old stinky one is the Blue Jackets. They had a stinky old year.
Stinky year. Brad Larson lost his job. I didn't think he was going to get fired. Fuck. They fired him. Laviolette leaves Washington. You're right, Ups. I'm with you on everything. Those 3 teams that you just mentioned, Buffalo, Ottawa, Red Wings. I'm with you, Buffalo.
They're close.
Tony Granato, great, but you got to, boys, you got to play a little D.
A little D
here, and they need a goalie. I love Eric Comrie. I don't know if he's a legit number one. Craig Anderson, retires. Is Devin Levy the kid they got from that just came up that played World Juniors? I don't know. They're fucking knocking on the door. For the Ottawa Senators, this one to me, I love Brady Tkachuk so much, as do you. We love the whole Tkachuk family. It's time for this organization to get in the playoffs. And I know it's not easy, Uppy. We both played in the playoffs. We both missed the playoffs. It's hard. But the rebuild excuse is over. It's time.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
let's go.
Time.
Like DJ Smith, I think you're a good coach, and I think you're a good dude. But enough of missing the playoffs. Like next year, they got to be a playoff team. The Red Wings, I trust Stevie Yzerman. And then for me, the Capitals. Like, you got Ovi, you got Wilson, you got Backstrom. Is it can they retool that team?
If not, it's fire sale and let's go.
Yeah.
But Ovi, I mean, he's got to get his.
Yeah,
we got to get him.
Got to keep Backstrom there for.
Got to keep Backstrom and Oshie.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Like Oshie's they got a lot of pieces that can move for youth, and you'd never expect to hear right now in this day and age that the Washington Capitals are considering rebuilding. But look at the East right now. The East has some stacked teams, some stud teams that it's evaluation time. But starting with their coach, I mean, who knows what's next?
That Darcy Kemper contract is just going to be stinky in Washington too. It's not going to age well. Darcy Kemper, 4 more years of him just under 9 save percentage. Stinky, but he's stinky with a Stanley Cup ring. So why the fuck does he give a fuck? And he's rich. And then I got to give some love to my boy Marty St. Louis. All their injuries. Remember Slavkovsky?
Yeah,
he didn't even play. Right, he was hurt the whole entire year.
I'd like to see him just dial it in.
Cole Caulfield was hurt the whole year, shoulder surgery. I think Marty's the right man for the job. Obviously, goaltending, Carey Price looks to be done. Is Jake Allen legit number one? I don't think so. I think there's better days ahead sooner than later in Montreal, and I think Marty's the man for the job up dog.
Yeah, well said.
Yeah. And then obviously the Western Conference, for me, Calgary, Brad Treliving stepping down shocked me a bit. I thought, if anything, Darryl was going to go. So obviously ownership of the Calgary Flames loves Darryl, right? That's to me what I like. Weegsy baby, Hubie. Sorry, boys. He ain't going anywhere. So,
by the way, Don Maloney was my GM in Phoenix.
Good guy.
He's a good guy. Yeah. And Brad Treliving at the time was our assistant GM. So I don't know. I would expect Donnie. I'll tell you what was hilarious about Don Maloney was when I got there, he traded and brought in 12 players at the deadline. That has to be a record. Someone check that, Princey. They brought in 12 new players the day I got to Phoenix at the trade deadline. It was, when you say fire sale, that's exactly what it was. So we'll see what he can do.
He uses the same kind of hair dye as fucking the Trumper, I think. Eh? He looks as him and the Trumper got the same hair.
Just a tough, one of the tough filters.
I think the Predators, for the fact that they only missed by 3 points was unbelievable. They will be back. Rick talking to the Vancouver Canucks. Big offseason for them. I love the way they're heading. St. Louis, I think she's rebuild city. And the Phoenix Coyotes, they need a new barn, obviously. And then the last 3 teams, they're done. But the Coyotes had a great year, in my opinion. Played hard, good structure.
Yeah, they were good structure. Even down the stretch. Even our boy Panger, who came on, he talked about how that's just one team down the stretch. You go into play expecting to win, and shit, they just smother you. But the Blues, like the Blues. So you have, listen, it's hard to say rebuild. You got Krug, you got Parayko, you got Bennington, you got Shen, you've got fucking Kyrou, you've got Thomas, you've got Sod. Sorry, Ladd.
Same.
When you think of those 8, 9 players, it's hard to think rebuild, but like, how do you figure out the MO and the vibe of them? Because that was what was off key.
Yeah. I don't think they're ever going to be a bad team, but I just, maybe they fight for playoff spots.
Yeah.
I think their Stanley Cup times are done for a while. Like, I don't think we're going to be talking here next year like, hey, the Blues could win the Central. Yeah. We'll be talking, are they going to get in the playoffs?
Yeah.
That's my opinion on those. But Connor Bedard sweepstakes, the Anaheim Ducks. And I just wanted to say this actually about Dallas Aikens. I love Dally. I don't think it was his fault for what happened here. I get it. Pat Verbeek's a new GM. They did finish dead last in the NHL, but I hope Dally lands on his feet. One of the best human beings I know. His communication skills are through the roof. He really are. So Dally, I wish you the best, buddy. The Ducks.
Yeah, they're tough.
Fucking in one.
But shit, they did exactly what they needed to do this year. This is better than this is better than right now being the Vancouver Canucks that just missed the playoffs by a couple points, or say the Calgary Flames or Nashville. You missed the playoffs. You played just as many games as the Ducks. Like, they stink because they have no, they don't even have depth or great veterans to lean on. They don't have secure guys on under contract, right? You think about a Duck right now. Like, do you actually see like a Duck wearing a jersey? Like, do you see like that one player on the team that is like the Duck, the Getzlaff, or like the? No. There isn't. There's not one. But they got 25% chance at Connor Bedard. And that's the best thing they could have done this year.
That'd be great for us. Let's see what Pat Verbeek can do. Now, if the ball's bounced, they got the best percentage. I still don't think Bettman's going to let that happen. But if they get Connor Bedard, I mean, that is obviously a game changer. But Pat Verbeek, let's see what you got, fella. All right, you fired Dallas. You know, you've got every ex-Duck out of there you don't want around. Let's see what you got, Pat. All right, now's your time because you were the worst team in the NHL, and now you got a lot of picks. You got the chance of the first overall pick. I'm interested to see what he does. So
yeah,
I feel bad for Dallas Aiken. So great guy. So Tea Times presented by our good friends at TaylorMade Updog. We're going to be giving out product. We just got a bunch of shit in the studio.
Yeah.
So thank you to TaylorMade. It's going to be fun throughout the playoffs, talking some golf and doing the Tea Time segment. So get this guy a beer presented by our good friends at Labatt USA. Get him a blue light. Marcus Foligno, get this guy a blue light. His game one. Oh man, Updog. I'm sitting on the couch watching this guy. I'm like, this guy's a fucking guy. The guy's a guy, man.
Yes.
He didn't just rub him out. He fucking hit him to put him through the third fucking row. And that's playoff hockey, man. And I love it. Marcus Foligno, get this guy a blue light. And Arvidsson, game one in Edmonton, get him a fucking 24-pack and let him put his feet in there and ice him after all those block shots that he had.
Yeah,
unbelievable.
Young players, take note. This guy, what he did last night in game one, I mean, and that's under the gun. They're down 2 goals late, and he's still laying down, blocking shots. And then I mean, he's always been that little like water bug, drove me fucking nuts.
Totally.
But the pass over to Kempe for a 1T, Kopitar tapping it in, that's a big time play in a big time game. And then the little dish key at the end. I mean, I could have scored on the power play. Like,
yeah, that was a backdoor tappy.
I know, but like, well, what the hell they're doing on the PK? I'm not sure, but you're damn right. Those 2 guys. Yeah, I love the way that Minnesota played last night. They answered the bell. They played physical, so they can enjoy a beer after that game.
Marcus Foligno, enjoy a blue light. I will say this about the Minnesota Wild. It's one game. I better just not jinx him here or anything, but Oscar Sundqvist, he's skating. They need him back big time. And Eckerson Ek, you bring those 2 guys back. Yeah, I'm telling you, man. I like the Wild. They're old school, man. They play fucking hard.
Yeah, I know they do. Yeah,
get those guys a beer presented by our good friends at Labatt USA. Last but not least, the Milk Carton presented by Cannadips. Promo code Curfew Cali. Lip boomers. Updog, go ahead. Who are you putting on your Milk Carton?
Today it is I'm going to say it's the penalty kill and the defensive core for the Edmonton Oilers. When you're up 2 goals late in the game, in game 1, against a team that you know won't go away. You've seen this team play all year. They're tight games. To me, the Milk Carton right now is collectively the way that you button up and play defense in playoff games late in games. That was what was missing last night in the Edmonton Oilers game. So, boys, your faces are on the Milk Carton for game 1. Let's go. I'm hammering your game 2, so let's go.
Yeah, me too. And I think if you ask the decor, the penalty kill guys, and I think the coaches today are saying what you just said. Boys, come on here. We got to be better. We got the best offense in the league, but still, we need to fucking kill these penalties. We need to be sound defensively, and when we have a lead, fucking lock her down.
Let's go.
I agree with you. Listen, I'm going to put the Pittsburgh Penguins on the Milk Carton for missing the playoffs, just because I think Sidney Crosby deserves to be in there. Updog, first time in I don't know how many years, 15 or 17, no Ovi, no Sid. We're getting old, fella. So Pittsburgh losing that home game to the Hawks. I had to put you on the Milk Carton. And then for me, Barkov, game 1. I love Barky. He's one of the nicest kids I've ever met. Come on, bud. Let's go. Matty Tkachuk's out there playing his balls off. You're the captain of the Florida Panthers. You're playing the President's Cup champion, best team in NHL history.
Yeah,
you need to just get a little uncomfortable out there and start doing stuff that you don't really like to do. Or you're going to play 3 more games and you're going to go back to Finland and play in the World Championships, which maybe he wants to do anyways.
But no, he's not like that.
To me, Barky, I'm sorry. I got to put you on the Milk Carton. You got to be better in game 2 and help Matty out.
Yeah, come on, Barky.
And then last but not least, we have our first Milk Carton request. Our boy, Joffrey Lupel, the Loop Dog. Loop's had a request on the Milk Carton. You know, he was in Aspen all weekend, couldn't come out to the unfortunate Tahoe, so we wanted to watch some hockey. He's putting the NHL on the Milk Carton. How was there no fucking hockey games on Saturday and Sunday on the weekend, and how they waited to Monday to start? Loops doesn't like it. Feels like there should have been 4 games Saturday, 4 games Sunday. So Lupel, here you go, fella. The NHL is on the Milk Carton.
Yeah, but I think they had to finish the league on Friday, so there's no way they could have did that. I'm just being the advocate here. Yeah. Not that I hate the scheduling.
No, they're makeup games, the Friday ones, yeah. You could have started.
You need like a 4-day break.
You could have started. Listen,
I think they've always ended on Tuesday or Wednesday.
So let's go back. So on Thursday night, the Boston Bruins played their last game on Thursday night. So you could have started the Boston series on Saturday.
No, you need more than 2. You've always had more than 2 days to start.
Or you could have started on Sunday.
You could have started on Sunday, but still, that's 2 days. Usually it's a 3 or 4 day break before the playoffs start.
Yeah. No, I was loving it. I always wanted 3 or 4 days.
Yeah. It is, because it's like season's over. Now it's like you got a couple guys that are healed up. You one night of boozing, and then you're ready to rock.
The league was supposed to be done on the Thursday. It was supposed to be done Thursday, and then there was a couple makeup games Friday.
Loops is just bored out of his tree, wanted some hockey.
Yeah, I just like that Loops. I like that Loops throwing a milk carton. Loops, Bella, buddy, I love you. You're always welcome here at Missin Curfew. You're always welcome to put anyone on the milk carton, especially Larry Flowers. Up dog, love you, buddy.
That's
playoff
preseason rundown. Let's go, baby.
Wednesday at your house. You want to fire up some food or what?
Yeah.
All right, I'll see you there. Oilers Wednesday night. We're hammering them, right? We're hammering them. We got to double.
We are. You're damn right. We are. Yes. Let's go.
Maxi Binger. Thank you, boys. Hall Pass Media. That was Missin Curfew. Fella.